I got my brother-in-law deported, and my wife filed for divorce the next day. My wife's brother Diego moved into our guest room 3 years ago, supposed to be temporary while he got on his feet. He worked construction jobs, paid zero rent, and ate our food every single night. I came home from my warehouse shift at 6, and he'd already be on the couch watching our TV, drinking my beer from the fridge. But the real problem started 6 months ago. I overheard him on the phone in the backyard speaking Spanish fast. I don't speak much Spanish, but I caught enough words. He was laughing about his fake social security card, bragging to someone about how easy it was to get work. Then he said something about never going back to Monterrey. I didn't say anything that night, just filed it away. 2 months later, Diego borrowed my truck without asking. Came back at 2 a.m. with the front bumper scratched to hell. When I confronted him the next morning, he shrugged and said, "It's just a truck, man. Relax." My wife took his side, said I was being controlling and that family helps family. Last month, I got laid off from the warehouse. Severance package was decent, but I needed to find work fast. Diego kept his construction job, still paid nothing for rent, still ate our groceries. I was filling out unemployment forms at the kitchen table when he walked by, laughed, and said, "Maybe if you worked harder like me, you'd still have a job." That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the fake social security number, the disrespect, my wife always choosing him over me. At 3 a.m., I grabbed my phone and searched for the ICE tip line, filled out the online form, put in our address, his worksite location, his full name, description of his truck, hit submit. Nothing happened for 2 weeks. I almost forgot about it. Then one Tuesday morning, Diego left for his construction job at 5 a.m. like usual. By noon, my wife was screaming at me on the phone. ICE had shown up at his worksite, arrested him right there in front of everyone. Her mom was hysterical, calling me every 5 minutes. I played dumb, told my wife I had no idea what happened. Maybe someone at his job reported him. She didn't believe me for a second. That night, Diego called from a detention center 2 hours away. They were processing him for deportation. My wife started packing his stuff, crying the whole time. Her entire family was blowing up my phone. Her dad left me a voicemail calling me every name in the book. The next morning, I woke up to divorce papers on the kitchen table. My wife had already called a lawyer, already filled everything out. She was staying at her mom's house. The papers were sitting right next to my empty coffee mug. I picked them up and started reading. She was asking for the house, the car, everything. At the bottom, she'd written in pen, "You destroyed my family." My phone started ringing, her lawyer's number. I stared at it, watching it buzz on the table. The papers were still in my hand. Diego was probably on a bus to the border by now. My wife's voicemail said she was coming by at 4 p.m. to tell me something important. I tried calling her back, but she didn't answer. Then Diego's mom called me, crying, speaking broken English. She said Diego told her everything before they deported him, about how my wife asked him to provoke me on purpose, to push me until I did something stupid. She said my wife wanted a divorce 6 months ago, but needed me to be the bad guy so she could take everything in court. Diego felt guilty and confessed to his mom from the detention center. She was telling me this because she felt bad for me. I hung up and just sat there staring at those divorce papers. Then I heard my wife's key in the lock and she walked in with her lawyer, a recording device, and my best friend from work who apparently had a lot to say about what I'd told him about Diego over beers last month. Full story on channel linked below.